Hello YouTube. Today I want to talk a little bit about the so iconic word love. Now, this is going to be about 10 minutes long from the beginning to the end based on my ideals and my philosophy. You are more than welcome to exit or you are welcome to stay and listen. Let's begin with what love is. Now, a lot of people misinterpret the word love quite often, and people expect a lot from each other. I'm going to give you an example. I'm going to give you example A and example B of two different individuals or two different couples and how they experience love. We're going to begin with the average 25-year-old couple who have been hypnotized all their lives from childhood to adulthood on what love is, based on society's standards, based on religion. Both of these influential, I guess you can call them societies, have influenced the individual and programmed the individual to believe in love, or to create the image of what love is. And that person will interpret the meaning of love based on the influence from both societies, religion and their society. But we're going to separate them as two individual groups, even though they are within the same group. So, individual is told that he is to be the provider for the family since he is a male, that he is to have children, but before that step they have to marry. Right? Now you have a female who is interested mostly in the financial opportunities that she benefits from engaging into this relationship. And society has brainwashed all male individuals to believe that women are nothing but sex icons, that they are only to be used and disused and whatever you want to call it for sexual purposes alone. What is love? Is love something that you create, something that you feel, something that you develop? What is love? Love at first sight. I love this woman. I want to have intercourse with this woman. I love this woman and I want to have a family with this woman. This is nothing even slightly remotely close to what love is. I'm not claiming that I know what love is. I know what love is. So now you have two individuals from two different types of lives, or from two different ways of lives, who come together based on society and religion to develop their relationship based on what is acceptable, based on the terms of society. Now the two individuals eventually collapse. Why? Why do relationships and marriages fail? Why do they fail? Is it because people were not compatible to begin with, because they were not made for each other? No! It is because they have been brainwashed and programmed into believing that love is something that it isn't. This is the number one reason why people are so afraid of love. I don't want to get hurt. You are not setting up your own standards. You are following the standards of religion and society and expecting the relationship to flourish and be beautiful. No. Think with your own head. Oh, women should not ask men out. Women should not ask men to marry them. It is the men's initiative to ask for marriage, to ask for engagement. This is the man's sole purpose, not the woman's. Who the fuck said that? Society did. And you are allowing society to dictate what you should feel and how you should live and what you should believe in. Stop! Stop the bullshit. If you love a man or you love a woman, regardless of the sex, regardless of the gender, regardless of the power, regardless of the influence in monetary or financial rearrangements, or the financial status of either, if you are focused in financials in a relationship because you want to engage into a relationship because you want to feel financially stable, your relationship is doomed. Don't begin it because it will fail. Should you marry? Well, marriage is pretty much a paper that says you're going to provide for the well-being of this person and or its family above all else, yada yada yada. But what is really it when it comes to time to separate? This is where government and society want to have a say-so in your own personal life. And no one should have a say in your happiness, in your pursuit of happiness. No one should have a say-so other than yourself. Which comes to my conclusion that if you have two poor individuals with no money and they love themselves, money does not buy happiness for you. Notice how I have been mentioning financial and monetary income in relationships. This is why relationships fail. Because you are engaging into a communion, you are engaging into a pursuit that's supposed to be a journey for one, but yet you have different influential types affecting the relationship of you. Don't know if that makes sense. It makes perfect sense to me. Hopefully it makes sense to you. So, what is the moral of the story? You have two poor people who love each other. They don't get married. They have little to no money, yet they are happy. Yeah, and then you have the other marriage or couple who the man is the only sole individual who brings in the money home. Mom is homemaker. Yes. And of course, mother is going to, or the wife is going to want monetary or financial support, even though she's the housemaker. And the man or the male or the husband is the one who brings in the money home. In a marriage, both should work and both should contribute into the financial prosperity depending on your scenario or situation. This is why I cannot stress enough, women expect men to do this and men expect women to do that. Don't expect anything. It is like saying, this person is made for me. This other person is made for me. We are made for each other. No! No one is made for each other. You are not two instruments that were manufactured to come together into one piece. You are your own individual person and the other person is their own individual person. You do not own them and they do not own you. And this is what marriage seems to be all about. So, I'm going to come to my conclusion. I have 1 minute left to finish this article. And I am going to say this one last time. No one is made for you, and you are not made for anyone. Before you engage into a relationship, other than your physical needs or your sexual desires that need to be pleased or whatever, I'm getting a phone call from my wife. You should predetermine what you want in a relationship. Get to know the person. Live with the person before you get married. Get to know the person before you engage into a relationship. And know one thing. Happiness is not outside of you. Happiness is found only from within.